ladies and gentlemen, I want to start by acknowledging something deeply important. We all face moments when life knocks us down. The weight of defeat, the sting of disappointment, the overwhelming feeling that maybe we've just had enough. If that's where you are right now, feeling tired, feeling broken, feeling like maybe it's easier to stay down than to get up, I want you to know that you are not alone. We all know that feeling. But I also want you to know this, it's not about the fall, it's about the rise. The strength lies in the fact that you have the power to get up again. And this time when you rise, you will win. You see, resilience is not just the ability to get back up, it's the ability to grow through what we go through. Every fall, every setback, every disappointment carries with it the potential for transformation. When you get up, don't just get up with your body. Get up with your spirit renewed, your mindset shifted, your purpose clearer than ever. This is your moment to break free from the chains of yesterday and walk into the victory that is already yours. But here's the truth, getting up is a choice. And sometimes it takes a shift in how we view our struggles. We tend to see defeat as the end, but what if it's really the beginning of something greater? What if every time you fall is just a stepping stone on the path to your success? Remember, this losing doesn't mean you're defeated. It just means you've learned something valuable that you can use to win next time. And while you're in the process of rising, I want to remind you of something that can change everything: patience. Too many of us expect instant results, but real victory takes time. It takes consistent effort, even when it feels like nothing is moving. That small, steady step you take today will lead you to the big victory you're dreaming of tomorrow. So stay patient, stay persistent. You're closer than you think. And in the midst of that persistence, never forget the power of faith. Faith isn't just for the easy times. Faith is what gets you through when the road is tough and the vision is blurry. It's believing in something bigger than yourself, even when you can't see how it will all work out. Faith gives you the courage to rise again and again until victory is inevitable. But let's be real for a moment, none of us are meant to do this alone. Victory is rarely a solo journey. When you rise, take those around you with you. Lean on your community. Let the voices of your loved ones lift you higher. They are your strength when you can't carry yourself. You don't have to walk this path by yourself. Victory is sweeter when it's shared, and the journey is easier when you have someone by your side. And as you continue on this journey, remember that victory is yours for the taking. Stop waiting for someone to give it to you. Take ownership. The strength, the courage, the wisdom to win is already within you. This is your moment to rise, to claim what is yours, and to walk in the power of your own victory. So I'm telling you today, this time you win, you get up, you rise, and you win. No more doubts, no more holding back. You are ready for the victory that's been waiting for you. Get up again and win this time because it's already yours. In every journey, there are moments where the road seems unyielding, where the weight of our struggles feels unbearable. These are the times when it feels like the world is pressing down on us, when we question whether the effort is worth the pain. But let us take a moment to reflect on the beauty that often lies within those very struggles. It is in the midst of hardship that we are shaped, molded, and transformed into something greater than we ever imagined. There is power in acknowledging the struggle, for it is an essential part of growth. Each challenge we face is not an obstacle to be avoided, but a stepping stone to be embraced. The difficulty we endure today is the foundation for the strength we will carry into tomorrow. Every setback, every failure, every doubt we experience becomes a lesson, a brushstroke in the masterpiece of our lives. If it were not for the struggles we face, we would never realize the depth of our resilience, the untapped potential we hold within us. And let us not forget the collective strength that lies within us when we share our burdens with others. When we open up about our struggles, when we lean on the people around us, we are reminded that we are not alone. In our vulnerability, we find connection. We discover that the human spirit is not meant to endure alone, but rather it flourishes when we lift each other up. It is through these shared experiences, these collective moments of overcoming, that we become more than just individuals. We become a force, an unbreakable network of support and hope. It is easy to get lost in the darkness, to focus solely on the pain. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we saw each challenge not as an end, but as an opportunity to rise higher, to become stronger, to redefine what we are capable of? The very things that try to break us can also be the things that propel us forward, that reveal our true power. So when you face your next struggle, whatever it may be, remember this: you are not defined by your hardship, but by your ability to rise in spite of it. The struggle is not the end of the story, it is just the beginning of the next chapter. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it ignite the fire within you to keep moving forward. You are stronger than you know, braver than you believe, and more capable than you could ever imagine. Your struggles are not signs of weakness. They are proof of your strength, your courage, and your unwavering spirit. Resilience is not just a quality, it is the force that propels us forward in the face of adversity. It is the quiet strength that rises from within when everything around us seems to be falling apart. Resilience is not about avoiding the storm, but about learning how to dance in the rain, how to keep going even when the road ahead seems impossible. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to stumble but always find the courage to stand back up. It's what keeps us moving, not because the path is easy, but because we believe deep down that we have the power to endure, to overcome, and to thrive. When we think of resilience, we often imagine a moment of great triumph after a difficult struggle. But true resilience is not just about overcoming the big battles. It is about how we navigate the everyday challenges, how we find strength in the smallest moments when the world feels heavy. It's in the quiet persistence, the unwavering belief that no matter what happens, we can adapt, we can heal, and we can rise again. Resilience is not about never falling down. It's about knowing that falling is just part of the journey, and that every fall is an opportunity to get back up stronger than before. At the core of resilience is the belief that no matter how many times life knocks us down, we can always rise again. It's the understanding that setbacks are not signs of defeat, but invitations to learn, to grow, and to become better versions of ourselves. Every challenge, every struggle we face is an opportunity to test the limits of our strength, to push through when things seem impossible, and to find new wells of courage we never knew we had. When life forces us to bend, resilience ensures we don't break. It gives us the flexibility to adapt, the wisdom to learn from our mistakes, and the perseverance to keep moving forward. Resilience is also about embracing vulnerability. It's about accepting that it's okay to feel weak, to feel unsure, and to be human in the face of difficulty. Often we think of resilience as an impenetrable armor, but true resilience is about having the courage to show up in our raw, authentic selves, flawed, yet determined. It's the strength that comes from knowing we don't have to be perfect, but that we are enough just as we are. What makes resilience even more powerful is the knowledge that it is not a solitary trait. Resilience grows stronger in community. We find resilience when we support each other, when we lean on others in our moments of struggle, and when we lift each other up. It's in the shared stories, the shared experiences, that we realize we are not alone. Resilience is not just about our own individual strength. It is the strength of the people who stand by us, the strength of those who believe in us, and the strength that comes from knowing that together we can weather any storm. The power of resilience is not in its ability to prevent hardship, but in its ability to transform it. It is in the way we rise from our trials stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Each time we face adversity and overcome it, we add another layer to our resilience, making it an even more powerful force. Resilience is not a fixed quality, but something that grows and evolves with every challenge we meet. It's the ability to look at the darkest moments and say, this will not define me, knowing that we have the strength to turn every hardship into a stepping stone for greater things to come. We all face moments when it feels like defeat is inevitable, when the weight of our challenges seems too heavy to carry. In those moments, it's easy to feel as though victory is just beyond our reach, as if the effort we've put in has been for nothing. But what if the true power lies not in the outcome, but in our ability to shift our mindset? What if victory isn't defined by how we finish, but by how we choose to approach the journey itself? The first step in shifting our mindset from defeat to victory is realizing that defeat is never the end. It's simply a temporary condition, a moment in time. It's a chance to reset, to reframe, and to re-energize. The most powerful victories are born in the moments when we refuse to let failure define us. Every setback, every challenge, every time we stumble is an opportunity to look inward and ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger from this experience? When we shift our mindset, we stop seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles and start viewing them as stepping stones on the path to something greater. In fact, the obstacles we face often serve as the very lessons we need to unlock the next level of our potential. Our perception of failure is often skewed. It's not an indication of our abilities, but a sign that we are pushing ourselves, that we are trying, and that we are growing. A defeat today is not a sign of weakness, but a moment of strength, an opportunity to prove to ourselves that we have what it takes to keep moving forward. The power of shifting our mindset also lies in our ability to focus on the progress we've made, not just on how far we have to go. It's easy to get lost in the gap between where we are and where we want to be, but true victory comes when we celebrate the small wins along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. When we recognize and honor our progress, we create a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. We start to see that there is always something to be grateful for, always something to celebrate, even in the midst of challenges. It's in those moments of reflection that we realize how far we've come and how much strength we've gained. In shifting our mindset from defeat to victory, we also embrace the power of persistence. The road to success is rarely smooth or straight. It's filled with twists and turns, unexpected hurdles, and moments of doubt. But it's in our refusal to give up and our determination to keep going when things get tough that we find true victory. Persistence isn't about never failing. It's about standing up again and again, no matter how many times we fall. It's about maintaining faith in the process, even when the results aren't immediately clear. Every moment we continue to move forward, despite the setbacks, is a victory in itself. The strength to keep going is the greatest victory of all. Perhaps the most powerful shift we can make is realizing that victory is not a distant goal, but something we create in every moment. It's about how we respond to life's challenges, how we handle the obstacles that come our way. Every time we choose hope over despair, courage over fear, and action over inaction, we are choosing victory. It's in the way we face each day with a sense of purpose and resilience that we build the life we want to live. Victory isn't just something we achieve, it's something we embody, something we create through our mindset, our actions, and our attitudes. When we choose to shift from a mindset of defeat to a mindset of victory, we stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances and begin to see ourselves as the authors of our own story. We realize that we are not defined by the challenges we face, but by how we rise to meet them. The victory lies not in the absence of obstacles, but in our ability to transform those obstacles into opportunities. By shifting our mindset, we unlock our true potential, discovering a wellspring of strength, courage, and determination that we may have never realized we had. So when you feel the weight of defeat pressing down on you, remember that it is not the end, it is simply a pause, a moment to reassess and reframe. Look at your challenges as the fuel for your growth, as the stepping stones to something greater. With each shift in your mindset, you in a world that often celebrates instant success and quick results, it can be hard to embrace the quiet, steady virtues of patience and persistence. We live in a time where everything seems to happen fast: news, technology, even success. We see others reaching their goals seemingly overnight, and it can be easy to get discouraged when our own path feels longer and more challenging. But what if I told you that the true power in achieving anything meaningful lies not in rushing toward the finish line, but in embracing the journey with patience and persistence? Patience is not just about waiting, it is about understanding that growth takes time. It's the deep belief that what we are working toward is worth every moment of effort, no matter how long it takes to get there. Every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our goals. Patience teaches us to trust in the process, to believe that even when we can't see the results immediately, progress is still being made. It's the quiet confidence that the seeds we plant today will grow, even if it takes time for them to sprout. Persistence, on the other hand, is the determination to keep going when things get tough, when the road seems to stretch endlessly ahead, and when the finish line feels farther than ever. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to our vision, to the belief that we are capable of achieving greatness, no matter how many times we face setbacks or how many obstacles appear in our path. It's the strength to continue putting one foot in front of the other, even when the progress feels slow, even when the journey feels exhausting. Patience and persistence are not mutually exclusive, they are two sides of the same coin. The patience to wait for results and the persistence to keep showing up day after day, even when the results don't come immediately. It's easy to want to give up when we don't see the progress we expect, but it is in those moments of frustration that persistence becomes most powerful. It is the moments when we feel like quitting that true strength is revealed. The ones who ultimately succeed are not always the most talented or the luckiest. They are the ones who stay the course, who show up day after day, even when it feels like the odds are against them. There's a saying that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that first step is often the hardest. It takes courage to take that first step, but it also takes the patience to understand that the distance ahead may require many more steps than we had imagined. Each step, even the ones that seem insignificant, is essential. It's in the consistent small efforts that we begin to see the transformation, not just in our goals, but in ourselves. The process of becoming is just as important as the destination we seek. Persistence also teaches us resilience. It reminds us that setbacks are not failures, but lessons to be learned, moments to grow. Every time we face a challenge and choose to keep going, we build a foundation for future success. The more we persist, the stronger we become. The road to success is rarely linear. There will be twists, turns, and detours, but persistence is what keeps us going, even when the road seems to be leading us in a direction we didn't plan for. Each unexpected turn, each detour is simply another chapter in the story of our growth, another opportunity to build character and strength. Patience allows us to savor the journey. It teaches us to appreciate the small victories, the quiet moments of progress that might otherwise go unnoticed. We live in a world that celebrates the big, the bold, and the immediate, but it's the small moments, the quiet steps taken each day that ultimately create lasting change. When we embrace patience, we give ourselves the space to learn, to grow, and to understand that the best things in life take time. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of achieving something quickly, but true success is built on a foundation of consistent effort, of continuing to move forward even when the rewards are not immediate. When we combine patience with persistence, we tap into a power greater than any one moment of achievement. We create a momentum that carries us through the tough times, through the moments of doubt, through the periods when it feels like we're not getting anywhere. It is this combination that allows us to persevere, to continue striving toward our dreams, even when they seem far off. When we trust in the journey, when we commit to the process, we find that success comes not as a sudden burst, but as a steady, sustained force that gradually builds until it becomes unstoppable. So as you continue on your journey, remember that patience and persistence are not just qualities, they are the secret ingredients to success. When you feel like giving up, remember that every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. When the world tells you to rush, take a deep breath and trust that the best things take time. Stay persistent, stay patient, and know that every effort you make, every moment you persevere brings you closer to the victory that is waiting for you. Keep going, because the journey is just as important as the destination. In moments of doubt, when the world feels heavy and the challenges seem insurmountable, there is a quiet power that rises within us, a strength that transcends the circumstances surrounding us. That strength often comes from faith in ourselves, in our journey, and in something greater than ourselves. Faith is not just a belief in the unseen, it is the unwavering trust that no matter how difficult the path may seem, we are never walking alone. It is the deep-rooted assurance that even in the most uncertain times, there is a purpose and a light guiding us forward. Faith gives us the courage to take the first step when we can't see the full path ahead. It is the trust that we are equipped with everything we need, even when we don't feel ready, even when we can't understand the why or the how. It is in these moments of uncertainty, when doubt threatens to overwhelm us, that faith becomes the anchor that keeps us grounded. It is the belief that no matter how impossible the journey may seem, there is a force greater than us that is working behind the scenes, shaping us, guiding us, and helping us grow through every trial. Faith is not the absence of fear or struggle. In fact, it is often in the face of our greatest challenges that faith is most powerful. It is when we face the hardest moments that our faith has the chance to grow stronger. Faith is not about pretending that everything is easy or that we have all the answers. It is about trusting that even in the darkness, there is a light that will lead us through. It is about believing that every difficulty we face has a purpose, even if we cannot see it at the moment, and that with each challenge we are being prepared for something greater. Finding strength in faith means surrendering to the process. It means understanding that we do not control every outcome, that not everything is within our grasp to fix or change. But it also means having the courage to let go of the need to have all the answers and trusting that in time, everything will unfold as it should. Faith gives us the grace to accept what we cannot change and the strength to keep moving forward with hope in our hearts. It allows us to release the weight of uncertainty and rest in the knowledge that we are supported, we are loved, and we are enough. Faith is also a source of resilience. It is what allows us to rise after every fall, to continue moving forward even when we feel defeated. It whispers to us, this is not the end. You are stronger than you know. You have what it takes to overcome this. And in those moments when we feel lost, when the road ahead seems impossible, faith reminds us that we have been through difficult times before and emerged stronger each time. Faith tells us that no matter how hard the road, we can endure it because we are not walking alone. The strength of our faith carries us, even when we feel too weary to continue on our own. It's in our faith that we find the courage to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to believe in ourselves even when the world doubts us. Faith allows us to see beyond the limitations of today and envision a future filled with possibility. It opens our eyes to the potential that lies within us, even when we are not yet able to see it ourselves. When we embrace our faith, we tap into a source of limitless strength, a power that can propel us beyond what we thought was possible. Faith transforms our perspective, turning obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. Through faith, we are reminded that our journey is not defined by the setbacks or struggles we face, but by the strength we discover within ourselves as we face them. It teaches us that the trials are not just tests of our endurance, but opportunities to deepen our connection to something greater, something that will never leave us. Faith teaches us that every setback is temporary, and with time, patience, and perseverance, we will find our way through. So when you face moments of uncertainty, when doubt creeps in and the road ahead seems too long, remember that strength is found in faith. It is in those moments of doubt that you have the opportunity to deepen your trust, to lean into the strength of your belief, and to realize that you have everything within you to overcome the challenges before you. Faith is not just a concept, it is a living, breathing force that empowers us, transforms us, and carries us through the toughest of times. Let your faith be the source of your strength, your resilience, and your hope, knowing that with each step you take, you are guided by something greater than yourself. There is a profound power in the connections we share with others. In a world that often encourages individual achievement, it's easy to overlook the immense value of support and community. Yet it is in the presence of those who walk alongside us, who listen to us, and who believe in us when we struggle to believe in ourselves that we discover the true strength of the human spirit. We are not meant to journey alone. The importance of support and community cannot be underestimated, for it is through these connections that we find our resilience, our hope, and the courage to keep going even when the road is hard. Support is the lifeline that keeps us grounded when everything feels chaotic. It is the gentle reminder that we are not facing our challenges alone. In the moments when we feel overwhelmed by the weight of our responsibilities or doubts, the presence of others, whether through a word of encouragement, a listening ear, or a helping hand, provides a sense of relief. It lifts us when we cannot lift ourselves, and it shows us that it's okay to lean on others, to ask for help, and to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. The strength of a community lies in its ability to offer this kind of support, a collective power that can help us weather any storm. But support is more than just being there in times of need. It is also about celebrating together in moments of joy, triumph, and success. When we share our victories, no matter how big or small, with those who genuinely care for us, those moments become richer, more meaningful. A victory is far sweeter when it's celebrated in the company of people who lift us up, who cheer us on, and who are genuinely invested in our happiness and growth. Support creates a safe space where we can express ourselves fully, where we can be our true selves without fear of judgment, and where we can find strength in the love and encouragement of others.